Yo, how's it going, my guys? It's your boy KPR bringing us another video. And today I want to talk about the tank buffs that came out a few days ago. A bunch of people are actually complaining about it and saying that this is the worst patch in Overwatch history because tanks were buffed. However, everyone said the tank role is pretty dog water, so I don't know what they're really complaining about. But yeah, they did some armor changes as well. They said a bunch of the projectile people got screwed over, but I didn't see any talk about Doomfist getting screwed over, so I'm assuming he's not one of those. Reaper also didn't get screwed over. People are saying that the tanks are basically a raid boss to take care of, and that is completely capped. You can still get melted fairly easily. So if they go Reaper, Bastion, or Sombra, you'll get melted fairly easily. Especially if you're playing Doomfist. I feel like Doomfist is still pretty bad this season. So those buffs that they gave him aren't really noticeable at all. At least I haven't really noticed them. I literally push in there, try to get their DPS, and I'll still get melted if their tank decides to turn back and actually go for me as well. It's really annoying playing him since he has, or not really has too many counters, but a bunch of people. It seems when Doomfist is out, they'll all go counters for him. Pretty whack. It's really annoying most of the time. So this season, I haven't been really able to play Doomfist too much, and I'm not trying to spend a bunch of hours trying to learn every nook and cranny of how to play against my counters. So I'm just going like other characters like Sigma, Diva, Zarya, and Magus still. I did try to play a bit of Ryan, but he's pretty annoying still because I would argue right now this is probably the most balanced a season has been in terms of which category can carry because you can't really carry too much as tank. You can't really carry too much as DPS, and of course you really can't carry much as support unless you're just a Smurf and you're in like bronze lobbies. Of course you're gonna carry. You can carry with any role at that point. So I just believe that DPS is mad that they can no longer hold the top spot, dominate the lobbies if, let's say, their tank is somewhat mid and the enemy team is not really playing at the skill level that they are in, then yeah, they'll be able to carry that easily. So now it's a whole team effort to actually get the dub, which I'm assuming that's what a game like this should be, but some people are mad. I've noticed a bunch of my lobbies that one of my DPS will be mid, I'm not going to be able to win. And when I do bad too, my DPS won't be able to carry either. Like, yeah, it's definitely way more balanced. Like, no one holds the top spot anymore. No one can fully carry if you're all around the same skill level. And there's a huge outcry about, or not really about this, but about all the tanks being buffed. And it's really stupid because sometimes there'd be some seasons where DPS would get a major change and they would be able to dominate the lobby. Like Sojourn dominated the spot for a really long time. People did complain about her, but not to the extent that they would complain about this patch. They're like, yo, worst patch of all time. What the hell were they thinking with this? It's like, bro, quit your yapping. Tanks were so horrible. Like, I could barely make a change in most situations, and now we actually had to work together in order to get that dub. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what they wanted, that's what they were aiming for. And I'm glad that they actually went ahead and made it so tanks would get only 10% of the DPS healing debuff. This was probably the biggest change in my opinion and what really made it so DPS weren't dominating the ladder anymore. Like, if you guys notice, this is the time, like as soon as the DPS passive changed, it was a time where you would see some clips where tanks would just get melted within a second at times. And it's like, bro, tanks aren't even tanks anymore. What are they doing? Now, a buff that I would see why people are mad are the Diva buffs. Like, bro, you've been giving her buffs time and time again. Like, we don't need any more of that. She was pretty annoying either ways. But good thing Zarya is in here and she got a bit buff, but not really to the extent of where Diva's at right now. But you can still definitely melt her if your support's backing you up, because Diva is gonna try to run away. So you best be hoping that Mercy is boosting you so you can melt her, and hopefully she'll swap. Dealing with the Diva is pretty annoying, so I get everyone's frustration with that. So yeah, that's the one thing I do agree with. Probably the other things I don't really agree with. Not many tanks got that big of a buff. It was like small little buffs, which what they give to most DPS other seasons, so I don't know what they're really yapping about. So I've also seen people complain about Zarya, and it's like, why don't you just go Reaper and Bastion? If you literally go those two, you'll probably kill that Zarya easily and make her mad enough to swap. Like she's really a huge glass cannon. They call it Drunken Queen a glass cannon, but nah, Zarya probably takes it for that one. The only reason you may not notice it as much is because you're going weaker DPS. If you go DPS like Bastion and Reaper, you'll melt her fairly quickly. Even though she might be getting pocketed, she would need both supports to deal with that. And at that point, they're literally just giving her all the resources, and you'll be able to melt their DPS, or your tank can distract the Zarya, and you'll be able to just take out their support. Like, it's really not that hard to deal with a Zarya. I also see a bunch of people talking about, yo, 6v6 would definitely fix this. Like, it really wouldn't. It wouldn't really do much for it. Probably still have the same problems. And some new ones would arise as well. I would say mostly because of Doomfist and Maga. Those two could definitely cause some trouble if 6v6 would be brought back. People would definitely ask for more nerfs for them. So yeah, that ain't coming back whatsoever. So I don't know why people are still talking about it as if it's going to come back. They would literally just be like, "Yo, we're coming out with Overwatch 3 and it." That's literally what they're gonna do, or they're just gonna Fortnite it and be like, "Yo, server's closing down. Yeah, we're not opening any more up." And boom, surprise, it's 6v6 once more. Those are the two scenarios I can think of that they would probably go through, but I doubt they're gonna head that route at all. They're definitely just gonna keep trying to balance the game out, try to see what works. And if they really do want to backtrack, then at least keep that DPS passive for the tanks. Like, they only get 10% of that. That would actually be good. I would really not care if they took away all the buffs everyone got, just because the only ones that I've seen a huge change with are Diva, Ryan, and Zarya. Those are the only three I've mostly seen in my comp matches. Sometimes I'll see a Sigma, but from the start, it'll usually be a diva that I'm up against. And if they go Ryan, I usually still pick Doom. Like, I'll start off as Doom, see what they pick, and if they pick someone like Diva, I'll try to counter right away. Because Doomfist is not really going to do much against it, so why would I keep going Doomfist? And people are going to be like, yo, you're counter swapping. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm not doing anything for my team. Why would I keep being such a hindrance to them? I'm going to switch right away. I'm going to actually try to support my teammates while playing the game. Like, it's literally a team-based game. You have to work around your team, so you'll have to switch around your team in order to help them win. It's really dumb. It's a really stupid argument, and you're getting mad at people for playing the game how it was intended to, and for picking a character that was added into the game. It's so dumb. So I really don't get that argument whatsoever. If you hate counter swapping, then like I mentioned in my previous video, get better at your main character so counter swapping isn't an issue for you. There are definitely ways to play against your counters, like the Doomfist player Zebra. They're able to play against most of their counters from what I've seen, and they make it look good. My ass doesn't have that sort of skill level, so I can't do that. And that's why I'll be switching around to other characters because I know how to play most of them, just not at their full potential. I would say I'm pretty bad with Ball and Winston. Those are probably the two I'm the worst with, but I know how to play with the other ones just because I like playing tank in general. Usually in Overwatch 1, I would just flex, so it would just put me on whatever role. My highest role was DPS, and support was right behind it. Tank was probably my lowest one, but it was still at a good 4600 when they had the old SR system. So yeah, the only reason I'm able to play a bunch of people is just because I like flexing, and tank role was actually my favorite one to play. So I would just play around other people just so I could get that dub easier, and I would counter swap if they were trying to counter me as well. Like like I'm still gonna keep doing it. Why would I stop if it's going to get me that dub? You know, like, and I don't mind the trash talking too. Like, let's say I lose to you and I countered you. Like, yeah, you have all the right to talk crap about me. Like, bro, I fumbled that bag. I was countering and I still lost. Like, that's on me. I'm just way. worse than they were, you know? So go ahead. I don't know why people get butthurt about that. I have never reported anyone for trash talking, so yeah, go ahead and do it if you're in my lobby and you win against me. Go ahead and trash talk. It's pretty funny most of the times, actually, especially looking back at it. So, anyways, my dudes, that's all I really want to talk about. Just tank changes, how it just made the game not really be able to carry by one role, but everyone has to work together to actually get the dub now. And hopefully, you guys' match is going much better than mine. I went on a bit of a loss streak, but was able to catch a bit of a win streak afterwards. I'm still gonna keep playing, especially because dog literally top 500 for tank is anyone above. I forgot whether it was Diamond 4 or Diamond 2, one of those, and I'm pretty sure I just need like 20 matches or so to get there. And I was Masters 5 dropped down to Diamond 4 because I literally just needed one more loss to drop out of it, and I was like, damn. And I took 4 L's in a row, so now I got to get back up there. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the changes, what you guys think about the video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you're enjoying the content. With that being said, have a good day and stay safe. Later.